Soon everyone, now that the Eurobeat's over, we're gonna go to some other high quality driving, this time on a skateboard. Let's go and fire up that NES. This is gonna be the third attempt. First two failed. One of them because I was an idiot, the other one because I was an idiot, combined with the game being a dick. Thrilla Surfari, many. Nursing will only have 4 to 5 deaths max. I'd like to. Runs with very few deaths have happened, it's just not on an actual attempt. I hope sound is okay. This time I've actually turned on the down mixing, so you should have 2 channel audio, just duplicated. For the rest, nothing much changed from the setup from 2 days ago. We got chewed out plenty by Max during some other streams. Host on mobile works now? It should. I never saw why it didn't. This time I'll try and do a bit less of jumping into pits on my own. Principle, I hope it'll go fine now. I know the mistakes I made yesterday, I'll try to not do them again. As usual, the thing that will most likely kill me is Big Bad Red Shark. Yesterday he took about, out of the 2 runs, he took about 3 lives away. I think, we'll see if I can reduce that today. Yesterday was a big 2 days ago was a big shame, because I had 5 deaths in my run, and exactly 5. With 2 very, very dumb ones. Because, you know, jumping into pits is not a good idea. I hope this is the last time I'll be playing this game. Mostly because I want to play other NES games, which I, at the moment, can't. Because this card, while it looks the case, it's not actually corrupted. But the contacts on the card are very bad. I'll have to clean them someday, but for now it works fine. However, I do need to... so when I pull out the game and put it in again, it half the time, well, not more than half, it just doesn't want to start. So I have to put it out and in and out and in again. That's not so much fun. Which also means that during practice I don't really want to do that, so I haven't played any other NES game. And I have picked up some NES games actually at first look, too, in fact. Kirby's Adventure, which I actually would really like to play. And another gem, Thrilla Surfari 1. I'm sure it'll be a joy to actually play. It was like $5, so I'm like, why not do it? Now, the beginning of the game is not much interesting. I don't really have much effort. Pulling out is not fun, I hear you. Hey, let's keep this PG-13 for now, shan't we? We'll get the loot back when I play some more Rogue Warrior. Because I kind of forgot about the rule where you can only refund games within 2 weeks of purchase. Yeah, I should have remembered that. Now this kind of feels like yesterday's outbreak level with the zombie zoo, because there are plenty of animals here to kill you, with a nice return of zombie elephant in a few levels. More NES games, you meme warrior. Nah, I will complete Rogue Warrior because, well, I have the game and I'm halfway through it and I can't refund it, so it's a why not. But I do have some NES games I would like to play. I have better games too, for a bloody change. I have Galaga I would really like to play some more of. Galaga for the NES. It's not the like weird 3D version that was later released for the PS3 or something, or the PS2. It's the actual arcade version, which is really fun to do. Now, sorry if I don't pay too much attention to chat. I paid a lot of attention yesterday. Well, 2 days ago, and it didn't really work out. So let's keep a bit more focus on the game here. I can read all your comments and timeout plenty once I actually have my sword back. Can you find Mimos in this game too? Hey now, Not nice making fun of a man's speech impediment. I have played some of the Phoenix Wright games, and they were pretty enjoyable. I've played, I haven't played them on actual DS, but I've played the phone re-releases, which are just the exact same game. Although, I think I did play a bit on a DS. They're really fun games. I haven't played much of them in the last few years. Because while I do own a 3DS, I do not own a DS flashcard for it. So I can't exactly play any game I want there. And I need to have money for my consoles. You know, like the Atari and all the Sega stuff I still need. He still believes in success. A man can dream. Like, what is a man without positivity? There we go. Get out of here. So why do you want to be a mod? Because you need to sort as a ban buffer? Very good reason. Another one is because it has been the status quo for, I think, over 50% of my time since Jake put in mods. And if there's one thing that I like, that is for nothing to change. And yeah, it might be simple. Getting good at games is very nice to do, even though they're bad games. Which is, like, at least Super Off-Road was a proper good game, and Patty arguably too. I'll turn off the WhatsApp in a bit there. Patty arguably too. This game is a bit so-so. It has its, like, really dumb moments, but it's not too bad. If you discover where all the nasty tricks are, it's fine. But there are still the last death I had yesterday night, I think, was nothing I could do about. Sometimes the game just acts weird, and there's no way you can act upon that. Doesn't help that the game is really unclear in its hitboxes and similar stuff. I think I took a death here yesterday in the first run. Let's see if we can not do that this time. I think we made it here. Alright, no, I took a death here, that I remember. They nudge you up and down ever so slightly, which overcompensation might punish. But today will be one run. I think this will be the run for the next few days if I don't make it. Gonna go home to my parents this evening. Gonna watch Blade Runner, the new one. I heard good things about it, so let's see if it's actually good too. Go. There's another one annoying jump there. The rocks at the end, even though you have invulnerability, will still bump you up. So, some nice zombie elephants. I'm sure Max is very familiar with those. So yeah, I'll be going home to my parents, meaning I won't have my NES. Meaning that I won't be attempting any more attempts if it fails. Now, there are lots of people who have been saying, you know, play it on an actual emulator because this is on it's an NTSC card on a PAL console, meaning the game runs slower. I didn't knew this beforehand, otherwise I probably wouldn't have done it, but alas, it is what it is. But besides that, something very simple as the controller you're using matters so much in games like this, especially when there's precise timing. Having your fingers in different positions really messes up. Because, for example, here the A and B are right next to each other. But for example, an Xbox controller, they are diagonally. So you press the wrong button accidentally, which is pretty annoying. Hey there, Krebs. I'm watching Jake chat, but I'll still keep an eye on my own chat, of course. Well, Owen, those aren't really questions for during a stream. Ask them later and I'll be fine to answer them. User lists in Twitch are really bad. Just don't trust them. Right, please let me make this here. Come on. There we go. User lists in Twitch are just bad. Don't trust them. You're never going to get a very accurate statement. I remember a whole scandal a while ago where people were trying to prove someone's stream sniping by looking at the user lists, even though it's utter garbage. And they were going off stuff like, oh, his name was capitalized in the list, so he was there, but oh no, his name wasn't capitalized, so he wasn't actually there. It's... TLDR is the Twitch reported names as just utter trash. I think, we made, I remember someone saying that these were the hardest levels, apparently. Well, looked to be the hardest levels when Jake did it. And I do agree with that. They are the levels with the most bullshit in them, but they're relatively easy to learn because it's a few things ignored, it's very consistent. It's like these rafts, which really threw me off the first time I saw them. They're 100% consistent. If you just take the ramp, you always make it. There's no chance in how you don't. Unless, of course, the ramps malfunction, but then you're just screwed and you can't do anything about that. Because there are different types of jumps in this game, and sometimes the game just doesn't want to give you the proper one. God, this isn't Patty 4. If Jake would have been here, you know, 3 hours earlier 2 days ago, I might have actually done Patty, but I'm not going to do Patrician in an even more difficult format at 12 a.m. 12. The run would have lasted till 6 a.m. and I wasn't really looking forward to that. Right, let's heal up here and go on to the second to last water level, with also the worst boss. At the end of this level, we'll have the lovely red shark, which I should be fine making here as long as there are no rubber banding squids, which did get me in my first run, actually. Alright, we made it to him. Let's hope. Oh, Patty's a great game. I would love to play it more. The shame is just it takes so long. It's really hard to tell how it's going, but I think it's going pretty well. Yeah, we got him. Very good. I got lucky there that he didn't reach out too forwards. It happens way too often that he just does that and you're instantly dead. But with still 5 lives left at this point, I'm pretty confident. This is, by the way, an exact copy of the first water level. Like, exact. I have a feeling they were in a level shortage. Like, they thought the game was too short. Which is why I think they split up the 3-1 and 3-2, which are both desert levels. And they start right after each other. So what I think they did is they originally planned to like have you double back, but they were like, wait, we don't have enough levels. I just slice this level in 2, and I think they did the same there. Like, oh, we need another level, otherwise this world is too short. We don't have time. Just throw in another water level and just give it like a generic name. Because my God, the people who named stuff in this game. Like, zero originality, or they were like the programmer names they put in. So it's like Hyper Nasty Shark, sorry, Hyper Nasty Rhino. I mean, it's like zero originality. That'd be like EU4 having all generic army names. There's just no originality in that. Alright. Spice to run with a death or two. Just sand back right at the boss. I wouldn't call it smooth sailing. I've had plenty deaths after this point, especially in the last 2 runs. But most of those deaths are rather preventable. I'd say there are a few in the last 2. There are 2 more jungle levels coming. I'd say there are a few annoying deaths in that. And there's this level, which is very annoying too, with the end bit, with all the eels. Because of course insta-kill enemies are the best, as Max can attest. 20% slower, 20% life is good. I can't really disagree with that. I mean, right now it doesn't matter because I still have all my 5 lives left, but were I in a situation where it would matter, 200% slower, but yeah, but you can't. It doesn't really work Well, yeah, 100% slower would be... No, stop. Yeah. If you jump on all the shark heads here, which is really easy to do, you will land right on the first eel, which happened in the previous run. There we go. The Purple Jungle of Many Jumps is a very original level name. Oh boy. Alright, there we go. Let's not do any dumb jumps here. There we go. Go up here. You can stay down there for the invulnerability, but nah, it's not really needed. The only points where health really matters is in some water levels, where if you get really, you just do it really bad, you will hit a shit ton of rocks in a row, and your health will deplete very quickly. The same happens in some of the lava levels. Some cool moves there. And carry on to the latter half of this level. But this is a really dumb bit, because there are enemies coming right at you. And sometimes they hit you, but if you still jump, you will usually be fine. There we go. So after you lose your next sword, we try Super Hexagon at 5th. Well, it's arguing how much it matters in the game, and 50% is a way bigger reduction. And it wasn't intentional, you know? It wasn't like I was going into the game with like, oh yeah, if I do this, I'll secretly have a 20% advantage. It was something I discovered later. Patty 4, 20% slower. Christ, no. 10 hours of Patty 4. All I'm hearing is excuses. Well, not really. It's a handicap I discovered later. It's not something I did intentionally, so that's why I'm just rolling with it. Let's grab these turtles. There we go. We currently have about 7 health pips, if I'm right. I think we can get one more in this level, and I would like to. Although it's not really necessary anymore, the last few bosses are not that difficult. I hope I can at least get a nice amount of skips in the final lava level. It's really weird because if you look at the times of worlds, the first world takes less than a minute. It's 50 seconds on my gold split. The last world takes about 5. That's because the levels are just so long. Alright, the very original named Third Waterfall. It's something you discovered before your 3 attempts mod. Yes, true. However, it'd be a bit of a shame to throw away all those hours of practice to just relearn the game. And it was something I discovered like the day before I did the games. Well, yes, it was raised by you multiple times, but I mean, in the end, it's all for Jake to decide. And he didn't have any qualms with it 2 days ago, so I can't assume he does today. And, of course, I implore you, everyone, do the same. Do it on the difficulty I do it at, then do it at full speed, and just show me how easy it is. Nice guy's preemptively banned for cheating. I did disclose it yesterday. It's not like I was like, after the fact, like, oh yeah, that was super easy, but that's the thing for the 20% slower game, huh? Am I right, guys? But I already got my sword. No, I disclosed it during the run. Maybe before would have been better, but eh. Which is why I implore you all to go and do it yourself. Show me how it's done. Maybe Jay can add a very nice stipulation. But to be fair, this is something that's usually the case for most regions. Can you stop chasing me there? Yeah, thank you. The 2 attacks he does there are... The stinger attack is not too bad, but if you get hit by a very big volley of the coconuts... it's not so bad. Well, that's not really my fault that Jake went on a 3-hour drinking binge and said, well, go ahead, I'm in the metro, go play. Now, I actually would like to get the full skip here game. There we go. Time to do typing of that with 20% slow. As of unfair comparison, all games are different. It'd be like comparing EU4 or PATI 4 at 20% slowdown to, well, Time of the Dead. Because they aren't the same game. God, this... Alright, so the skip I just missed there was annoying. Because this bit is just boring. There are no obstacles. It's just straightforward, 20 seconds one way and then another 20 seconds the other way. Because innovative game design... You just go up and down a bit. I think there may be some crocodiles, but I'm even not too sure about that. Alrighty, we're at the end of this level. I mean, it's a bit crude. They're not exactly cheats, though it does make it easier. You could, alright, so you could compare it to a speed hack with cheat engine, but yeah. I mean, go ahead, see if Jake accepts it. Because it's still genuine hardware. It's not my fault the game was never released in PAL regions. I'm just a victim of a system where, for some reason, the American organization for the European ones couldn't agree on standards, so blame them. I mean, blame the system, not me. There we go. Alright, so the lava levels, with exception of a few small bits, are rather safe. There's one bit where you can get stuck behind the wall and the crocodile. Ah, nice, we got the skip. You're a victim of not using an emulator. No, I wouldn't describe it as that. That's just your opinion. The only thing I've gotten the skip like twice, so I'm pretty glad I did get it. There we go. Well, the biggest gripe I had against changing, as I said, was just controllers. Timings can be rather easily adjusted, but muscle memory, less so. And I'd really rather not discard all my practice. So here you can get stuck after, like, instead of the sea monster thing there, you'd have a crocodile blocking you there. At least once I'm done with this, I'll never have to play this garbage again, and I can play better games like Thrilla 1. I really wonder how it looks and if it's actually the same game. He is chaotic evil after all. That is very much true. And well, I can't continue my broken sword saga if I don't have one. There we go. Alright, last level. With a not too big of a skip. It's a real interesting one though. If you go here at the first... So I said before, yesterday, and I'll repeat it now. This game puts multiple levels on a single map. Meaning that from one, you could drop to the other, which I've just done. Now, the end zones are actually identical, which would, like, if I finish the game now, this level, I will go to the boss, instead of going to 7-4 again. Oh, I maybe not kicked my cord there. This is because they most likely implemented it in such a way where a level counter bit would get incremented once, and then they would execute load level code. This is how most levels did it. It's how the glitches in, for example, a couple of Mario games work. Just go into a corrupted state where you can add in memory directly, set the bits for the next level to the end of the credits, and you're done. In this case, I do the same. I go on the third level, which has a very big advantage, has no enemies in it, because, for example, they do get not loaded. They probably have a tag on them that would denote what level to load. But done with that, this is the boss. He's not that interesting, because you just spam A and just stand here and you win. And there we go. That's the game. That was Thrilla Surfari. 0 deaths. I'm very happy. It's my first first deathless run. I will never play this game again. Cheers for watching. I'm glad I did it. 0 deaths. Yeah. Now I can actually play good games again on my NES. Cheers for watching. I hope Jake destroys the game, so he never has to see this again, and I never have to play it again. And enjoy the end garbage. You're more than 80%. This garbage is also caused by the fact that the game runs at a different refresh rate. I mean, Jake wouldn't be that cruel, right? Would you be able to play it again if he doesn't accept the attempt? You'd need to play it. Yeah, I'd need to play it on an emulator, which is really going to be annoying. Like, genuinely, I really don't want to do that. If I would have done it from the start, it would have been fine. But relearning everything is just... no, not fun. You guys can be generous to me, not, well, force me. Make me play this game again, or make this attempt not count. Enjoy the beautiful music. And have a good afternoon. As far as I know, Jake will do some lovely dancing in a bit. Good afternoon.